welcome back to the ThruNite channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the ThruNite TH30. This is the V2. This one they sent me has a neutral white lead. So the box is, lackluster. It's just a box, nothing special. So when I opened this up the first time, I tried grabbing the flashlight and tried pulling it. The flashlight wouldn't come out, and I realized there's the band here on the back. So I had to pull this entire piece out. All right, so quite obviously, this is meant to be worn on your head. All right, so you have some adjustments depending on your head size. So you can adjust on the back, on the top and on the back. All right, but this is also removable. So this right here is kind of like a rubbery, so you see. So when it's on your head, you can adjust if you want it lower, if you want it higher, depending on what part in front of you want to illuminate, like the ground in front of you or up ahead a ways. And also it can be removed just by pulling it out like this, and which probably just to make it simpler during the review, we're going to keep this headband off. All right, so just some basics about the flashlight. You have your button on the top, I guess, or the side, wherever you want to call that. And also, it is USB-C rechargeable. All right, so that's nice that they did that. They claim that it is IPX8 water resistant, which means it can go up to like 2 meters is what that stands for. I think it's like an hour and a half or so at 2 meters. So the battery is removable. So if you want to carry a replacement, this takes the 3100. I'm sorry, that's the milliamp hours. It takes the 18650 is the name of this battery here. Sorry for that. All right, let me show you what's in the box, and then we'll get into the rest of it. All right, so it comes with naturally a charging cable. It has a little pocket clip you can attach on there. It has 2 spare O-rings and a spare charging port cover. So that's kind of cool. So in case, picking at this, if you end up tearing it, you have a replacement for that. So that's convenient that they included that. Go ahead and see if we can snap this on. See what this looks like. And this is the only other option for carrying this flashlight. All right, so that wasn't too difficult. Snaps right on pretty easily. And it's a double-sided clip, and it clips either direction. Either you can clip it here, or clip it right here. Ooh, that's stiff. Right there, basically. Yeah, oh, it was stuck. There we go. So you can either clip it there, or you can clip it here. All right, that's, like I said, that's the only other connection option that comes with this. So either on your head, or you have this pocket clip, or it's just a clip there. There we go. Doesn't come off too difficultly. All right, and I'm going to open up the instructions because the amount of lumens that it has is not like an even number. So we'll open this up. So the maximum on turbo has 3,320 lumens. And that drops down after 2 minutes to 853 lumens. The high is 1,256 lumens. And as you can see right here, it goes down from medium, low, low. And then the Firefly is 0.3. And the SOS is 665 lumens. So I needed that to remember all those numbers. All right, so operation is quite simple. If you click it once, it turns on. It has memory. So whatever setting you had it on last is what it'll turn back on to. If you hold the button down, it'll scroll to the next setting, which is low. You hold it down and it goes up and up. And of course, my camera is going to basically not really show you the brightness because it's going to, basically adapt. All right, from the off, or actually from even if you have it on, if you double click, it goes into turbo. And if you hold it down, then it goes into moonlight mode, which is just a very, very light, it's 0.3 lumens. So that's nice that they included the moonlight option. All right, then if you triple click, it gets you into the SOS. So there is no strobe on this flashlight, which that's fine with me. All right, so that's it. So basically one click, you turn it on and you go from low to high. Double click for turbo. triple click for SOS and hold it down to go into moonlight. Really simple. And so I like that. Like that they made it nice and simple like that. All right, so the next thing, what we usually do when we're checking out these flashlights is we'll go ahead and we'll toss it into the water and see if it doesn't let any water in. So make sure that this charging port is nice and closed. Let's turn this on. We'll turn it up to high and toss in the water here. And again, like I've said in previous videos, it's intended for up to 2 meters. And so this small little amount of water is not going to really be much of a test for it. But at least you'll see that it can, if you drop it in water, if you're getting rained on, you know, it's not going to get ruined. Let's check the button under the water. I like doing that too. All right, so turns on and off. Good, all right. Let's go ahead and dry this off and we'll see if we can see water anywhere. All right, so I do not see any water under the lens. Let's check the port. And also looks dry in the port. So actually quite, quite exactly what you'd expect, you know. Maybe longer extended time. Now look at this. This is kind of interesting. Look at the battery. There's a water drop there on the battery. And I see water all along the back of that. All right, so it's not a good sign. And our battery is wet. Also, all along the battery. I kind of wiped it off my hand already, but you can see water drops on the battery. Interesting, this will be the first review where the water test didn't really work for us. All right, also you can see a large drop if the light will go just right. And of course it's not. But yeah, right here on the inside is also a drop of water. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we'll give it a second chance. Make sure that I had all the way tightened down. And if it still lets water in, well then we can come to the conclusion that it's not waterproof. All right, so I'm going to dry off this thread here. I'm checking the O-ring. The O-ring does not look damaged. I don't see any reason to replace it. I'm going to dry this off real quick too, so we'll be able to see for sure if we're still having water getting or not. All right, so everything looks nice and dry. Let's screw this back down. I'll tell you what, we're gonna give it one more, just to make sure this is not the error. Let's go and we'll replace this O-ring. All right, that O-ring looks perfectly fine, but we're gonna go ahead and replace it anyways. All right, and this is all the way down. Okay, as tight as I can get it. So let's take it, toss it back in the water, and we're gonna go ahead and move it around some. Kind of imitate what we did before. We'll turn it on and off once here. So the button still works. It's good. All right, so once again, not really long in the water, not deep. That really should not be even hardly a challenge for the flashlight. If it has an IPX8 rating. All right, so once again, under the lens, I don't see any water. Let's check this one more time. That's all nice and dry. All right, let's go for the battery compartment. Goodness. All right, and this time I can still see water has passed this rubber seal. Maybe not as much as the first time, but I do see a little water droplet right there on top. The back does not look wet. Let's look at the battery. Yeah, the battery looks dry this time. It's wild. I'm going to have to probably say this flashlight does not really pass the water resistant test. Let's just do this. Kind of swim that around the water. Dry it off. And let's check it this one last time. Third time's a charm, right? And again, I can see water is definitely passing that O-ring. All right, well, something to keep in mind. Maybe I have a bad one, who knows? But anyways, so I would have to say that it fails the waterproof test here. So that's something to keep in mind. This is a $70 flashlight, by the way. You can pick it up on Amazon. I'll include a link to it. But next thing we're going to do is I'm actually take this outside and I'll show you the brightness of this. And then we'll come in and we'll wrap this up. All right, so we'll go ahead and start with the moonlight. It is the dimmest, 0.3 lumens. All right, then this is low. As you can see, just barely illuminates in front of us. All right, then the medium low. All right, and then back down to low. All right, so we'll double click. That takes us into turbo. So you can see the turbo, 3000 lumens. Does really well illuminating the entire yard. It's not like a very narrow beam, it's actually very wide. So it illuminates the entire yard. And this is the SOS. All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll go back inside. All right. So that was the brightness test. So not bad for a flashlight of its size, kind of medium size, I would say. So anyways, definitely a big bummer there with the battery case, battery section not being waterproof. Again, I don't know if it's a fault that they all have or if I just got unlucky with this one. But I mean, either way, I mean, it failed my test, and so something to be aware of. So anyways, something else, let me know what you guys think in the comments if you'd like to see something else in when I review these flashlights, because if you notice, a lot of my tests are actually quite the same, quite similar. We do like the water, this and that. And so if there's some more kind of tests you'd like to see done, then let me know about that. And also let me know what you think about this flashlight. If you own this flashlight, let me know if you have any trouble with that waterproofing problem. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.